Okay, it's our Shabbos, Parshas Chaya Sara. This is a remarkable parsha, learning all about Sara Imenu. She lived her life in such a way that every time everything was so special to her, and every moment was special to her. And she was such a maimin, and she had such a emunah. And we know that Chazal tell us that really Sara Imenu was a greater Naviya than even Avraham Avinu. So the question's asked if Sara Imenu is a greater Naviya than Avraham Avinu, then why was it that Avraham Avinu was able to bring Yitzchak up to the Akedah, and then when Sara Imenu heard about it, she passed away.
Yeah.
She passed away. So I saw it was something so beautiful that Sara Imenu really had tremendous emunah. She had tremendous emunah. But she was just showing, look how hard it is, Rabbeinu Shalom. If you take away a child from a Yiddish mama, look how hard that is.
Yeah.
Look how difficult that is.
Yeah.
Look, I can't even handle that.
Yeah.
I can't even handle this, Hashem. So please, Hashem, all my children going forward, be careful. Please don't do that, because even I can't handle that.
Yeah.
And look at my greatness. She understood.
Yeah.
And even she could understand it. And then I saw something else, something so beautiful last week, when the Malachim came to Avraham Avinu. So the Malachim, how did Avraham Avinu even find out about the Maras HaMachpelah? How did he know about it?
Oh, could the Malachim tell? Yeah.
So the Malachim walked away from him. So he was wondering where are they going?
Yeah.
So he was following them because he wanted his guests.
Yeah.
They walked to the Maras HaMachpelah, and they entered the Maras HaMachpelah. And when Avraham Avinu walked in there, he smelled the Reach HaGan Eden. He understood that this is a special place. He saw Adam and Chava, and he understood that it was such a special place. And so then he even knew about it. Then it's asked like this. So then Avraham Avinu is dealing with Ephron, and he buys it for 400 silver perfect coins. Later on, Yaakov Avinu is dealing with Esav, and Yaakov Avinu wants to buy from Esav his portion in the Maras HaMachpelah, because he was really the older one, so it was really allowed to him. So Yaakov Avinu gave him a lot of gold and a lot of silver to get his portion from him. So the question is asked, so why did Avraham Avinu get away so cheap, giving 400 silver coins, which was a lot of money? Don't get me wrong.
It was inflation.
It wasn't so cheap. No. So it's like this. At the time Avraham Avinu bought it, only Adam and Chava was buried there. But then once Avraham Avinu and Sarah and Yitzchak and Rivka, that would have had much more value to it.
Even more.
Had much more value to it. That's why he paid so much more. Something nice to think of.
Yaakov paid.
Yaakov paid to Esav to buy it. Right. Okay, there's so many beautiful things on this parsha. And then we also learned in Likutei Halachos how the Maras HaMachpelah is connected to Atfilin. Right, because it's four sections, zugais, right? It's kafel, it's doubled. So we have the 4 parshiyos in the right, and we have the 4 parshiyos in the yad. Right? We learned all of that. Just want to remind you the things that we learned in Likutei Halachos, how it connects to the parshiyos and where it comes from. Okay, now there's a very strange thing that happens at the end of the parsha, where Avraham Avinu takes a lady named Keturah. And many people are asking, what was all of this about? They don't understand. Dr. Samai, wow, thank you for joining us. Oh, Baruch Hashem. No, it's very good. No, Dr. Samai we made a mitzvah. You had to go you had to do where did you go, Dr. Samai? What was your mitzvah you did? You had to do what? You went now to be Menachem Avel? Okay. Kol hakavod that you did the mitzvah. Baruch Hashem. Come join us, Dr. Samai. Okay, now, so it says, Vayoyse, now we're learning in Nesivos Shalom, a beautiful Nesivos Shalom that's going to give us such a clarity amidst Hashem of what this whole event was when Avram Avinu takes this lady Keturah. Let's see. V'yosef Avram v'yikach isha u'shmai Keturah. Right? It says in the pasuk that Yaakov Avinu added, he took this lady. Her name was Keturah. Now it says v'yosef Avram v'yikach isha u'shmai Keturah v'teilid loy es Zimran v'es Yakshin, and he had many children, but we're going to focus on these two, Zimran and Yakshin. Hine Parsha Zu Tu'una Beyer. This Parsha needs a lot of clarification, needs a lot of explanation. What is going on over here? What does Avram Avinu need to take this lady Keturah?
Yeah.
What is this? L'shema haya Avram Sarach l'zeh. What did he need this for? Harei kvar amar leya Kadosh Baruch Hu ki beYitzchak yikara lecha Zara. Yitzchak Avinu is going to be your heritage. It's going to Yitzchak Avinu is going to be the lineage. Hainu beYitzchak levadek, only Yitzchak. U'v'miyichad lefi ma shenemar la'alan levnei ha'pelak shema shel Avram nosan Avram matanos v'yishalchei me'al Yitzchak benoi. And it goes on to say that these children that he had, he gave them presents and he sent them away. V'targim Yonasan ben Azil v'tachina me'ala Yitzchak hainu shegerish oisam. He sent them away. He was magarish. He sent them out. So if you're going to send them away, what do you need them for?
Right.
Wonderful questions, right?
Yeah.
No, to understand this situation, it's such a strange situation. Of a medrash, the medrash says in Bereshis Rabbah Samach Aleph, Ashrei ish asher leholach ba'atzis r'shoyim. Fortunate is he that doesn't go in the ways of the wicked. Yeah? With the ideals of the wicked, right? Yeah. Like we're learning before with Shmad and Ratzon, right? Doesn't go in that way.
Right.
Zeh Avram. Shalei halach ba'atzis dar haflaga. That's Avram Avinu, because when it came to the dar haflaga, did he get involved in that? No, he didn't get involved in that. It was in his generation, he lived at that time, but he didn't follow with their ways. What? The Dar Haflaga was the tower. They made that tower.
The tower, right.
The tower.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
Right, the tower. And in the way of Chatoim, he didn't stay with. Elu Anshe Sedoim. Chatoim, those were the people of Sedoim. They were wicked, evil people that sinned to Hashem. So Avram Avinu lived also in the time of Sedoim. Right? Lot chose to go to Sedoim, but Avram Avinu didn't choose to go to Sedoim.
No.
Not only that, he went to Sedoim to save Lot from there.
Yeah.
Right? And when it came to Moshev Leitzim, a place of scoffers, jokesters, tricksters, Moshev Leitzim, Lo Yoshev. Oh, sorry, Dr. Smith. We're here, right over here. Moshev Leitzim Lo Yoshev. Yeah. Okay. Zeh, what was that? That was the Ma'aseh Zeh Avimelech. Shenema Hine Artzi Lefanecha. When the Ma'aseh with Avimelech, when he took Sarah, remember the whole story. So Avimelech said to Avram, look, I have the whole land in front of you. Take wherever you want. Stay here. Stay with me. Umi and Avram l'sheves imay va'azev v'isem ipnei shoyesha ma'ishav leitzim. But what did Avram Avinu do? He protested. And he said, no, I'm not going to stay with you. Why? Because this is a place of ma'ishav leitzim. This is a place you guys play games, and I'm not living with such people. V'al derech zeh doirisham. As kol pasuk al Avram, the whole pasuk is darshan with Avram Avinu. Ad v'chol asher yaseh yatzliach, and this is mind-boggling. Ad v'chol asher yaseh, until everything that he did, yatzliach. He was matzliach. He was successful in. And what does it say? Elu b'nei keturah. Avram Avinu's whole atzlacha, his atzlacha was the b'nei keturah. He took this lady. This was the great hatzlacha Avram Avinu had. They're teaching us that because he took these b'nei keturah, That's what you're giving Avraham Avinu's greatest praise. That everything he did was matzliach because of his bnei keturah. V'aloi b'meshech hamedrash nema zimran shehaya mezamrim lavayda zara. He's making the question even stronger. Look at this. Wasn't it true that Zimran, his son, Zimran, this guy, he was mezamrim lavayda zara. He was singing songs to lavayda zara. Yakshin shehaya makishin b'seif lavayda zara. He was playing the drums. He was a musician. He was a musician to lavayda zara. So how do we understand possibly that this was the Hatzlacha of Avraham Avinu? Look at all of these proofs that it should not be considered Hatzlacha. Why? Because we know that Avraham Avinu spent his whole life with Emunah, teaching Emunah in the world. And these children of his, they were Oived Avodah Zarah. So if they were Oived Avodah Zarah, why should that be his hatzlacha? All right, everyone understand the question? It's a good question, right? Let's understand this pasuk. Let's see here. And we're going to analyze the words of the pasuk really good now. You ready? Vayikach isha, he took a lady, ushma keturah, and her name was Keturah.
What her name was?
Madua like siv vayikach loy isha. Why doesn't the Torah say vayikach loy, he took for himself a wife?
Took a wife.
And where do you see that the Torah said like that? Kamay the kasav la'al legabe Sarah vayikach Avram v'nocha lahem nashim. They took for themselves wives. Right? They took for themselves wives. So it should have said, Vayikach loy isha, he took for himself a wife. But wait a second. And then it says the b'nei pilakshim. So wait a minute, what was it? Was it an isha or was it a pelegesh? A pelegesh is a concubine, right? Right? Shemarum is looking to.
What's the question again? Why
was she a wife, or was she not considered a wife? Was she considered a concubine? A concubine. A pelakshim, the pelakshim. But it's missing the yud. Shemarum is leketura kedisa b'medrash nimtza shohaisa pilegesh v'layisha. So it comes out that she was a pilegesh but not an isha. But the Torah says vayikach isha. Right? So let's understand the stira. Was she a pilegesh or was she an isha? So we have many questions here, right?
No, what's without the yud is what pilegesh is.
And that's not the one. No. The main point here is the questions that we're asking here now. We're asking here now is why did Avraham Avinu need to take another lady? And if she took another lady, was the lady an isha? Was she a pelegesh? One time it makes a reference she's an isha. Another time it makes a reference she's a pelegesh. And why did he need these people, these children all together?
Why you had that chaso yud? What does that mean, chaso yud? The yud is lacking?
It was missing the yud when it was rewritten pelegesh, yeah.
When it was missing pelegesh, where? Are you talking about his sons?
No. Vayikach isha v'lahalan ksiv livnei apelakshim. Where it says livnei apelakshim, it's missing the yud. When it makes a reference to the children, there it's missing the yud. In the Torah, where it's, if you look in the Chumash, and you'll see it's missing the yud over there by pilakshim. And then it says shemarum is leketura kedisa b'meded. That's considered. Okay, now we're going to try to understand these points. Why did Avraham Avinu need these children? Why did he want to take this lady? Why did he need these children? And if these children were Oived Avodah Zarah, and Avraham Avinu's his whole life was full of emunah, so why did he need this for? Why he was an older man? Why did he need to get involved in this? What did he need it for? Now it says, "V'seif sifsei koyin ala Torah letalmid gurei Arizal." It was a Talmud of Arizal. It talks about why is a teaching from the Arizal, why Avraham Avinu took this lady Keturah. It's a very interesting concept. Okay, we know that Avraham Avinu is the Midah of Chesed, right? Right? We learned that many times, right? Everyone knows that? Avram Avinu is chesed. Right? Chesed, which is connected to ahava. Right? Chesed, which is emuna. Right? V'ksiv al zeh b'biyah Moshe. Sha'af shezeh hoya gam inyan leidas Yishmael. So Avram Avinu took this lady because he had inside of him, so to say, a dross, so to say, some impurities. It wasn't totally purified, and he wanted to expel the impurities from himself. Avram Avinu had in himself some fine impurities, very fine impurities, and Avram Avinu wanted to expel the impurities that was inside of him, in order that way he can be pure. Okay?
So he took it to her for that reason?
That's what we're learning. That was the reason. That was the reason. It says the same way why he took Hagar and he gave birth to Yishmael.
Yeah.
Why did he need Yishmael for? So we see Avram Avinu has there are two topics when it comes to Avram. Midas chesed v'ahava, umidas emuna. So we see that there's the idea of midas of chesed and ahava, and we see there's the idea of the midah of emuna. So Avram Avinu was the Rosh L'Maminim, right? He was the first one that taught emuna in the world. He was broadcasting emuna in the world, correct? And Avram Avinu was the midah of chesed, right? He had his tent open, and he had to do chesed. Even when he had his bris milah, he had to sit in the kichayim hayoyim. He was sitting outside there to serve people. That's all he had to do. That's all he wanted to do. He was the midah of chesed. Therefore, he needed Yishmael to be born from Hagar, because pure chesed. Okay, this is what we have to understand now. Pure chesed, there's going to be something mixed that's not so pure in it. It can't be pure chesed.
Yeah.
It can't be pure chesed. The way I'll give you a cute example is like this. If there's a child, there's a candy man in shul.
Yeah.
There's a candy man. So the candy man has a little bag filled with candy.
Right.
So the child goes over to the candy man and says, "I want the whole bag."
Yeah.
Well, chesed means, sure, we give it to kids anyway. So I'll give it to the kid.
Yeah.
Is that a chesed?
No,
that's not a chesed.
No, because
but it is a chesed, right? Because he's giving it to the kid. But he knows he can't give him all the candy because that's going to hurt him. So it's not a true chesed.
Well, two ways. First of all, it's going to hurt the kid.
Yes.
Second of all, he won't have any candies to give anyone else.
Okay, but let's say it was the end of the day, and then all the kids went home, and he's the last kid there now.
Okay.
But he's not going to still give him. He's not going to still give him all the candy because he knows he can eat one or two candies, but if he eats more, it's going to hurt his stomach. He'll hurt his teeth. It's not good for the kid.
Right.
So I'm giving you an example where pure chesed, chesed, just chesed, without any holding back, restraint, is not always good. Is not always good.
Right.
So Avram Avinu, since he's the midah of chesed, he has Yishmael, and he puts the impurities of the midah of chesed into Yishmael. He deposits into Yishmael. It's a very
the impurities.
The impurity of the midah of chesed.
He deposits with Yishmael.
Yeah, he deposited the impurities to Yishmael.
Yeah.
That means
You're going to learn. Just stay tuned. Yeah, I thought it's very interesting, right? Okay. Now, okay. לקח היצרך לישמעאל שנולד מהגר. שזה היה להפריד את הסיגים ממידת החסד והאהבה. The sigim are the impurities, right? The impurities are the sigim. The impurities, he had to get rid of those impurities within inside of him, and he put them into Yishmael. וכמאי דאמר חז"ל על ישמעאל, שכל עצמאי של ישמעאל kosher l'leitinov. Yishmael is involved in leitinov. What's leitinov? Immorality. Where does immorality come from? It's a chesed that went wrong. What's immorality? It's a chesed that went wrong. That's immorality. Yishmael is bound to immorality. He's full of immorality. They'll go around and they'll say that they're so tznius, they're such tznius people. Yeah. But behind closed doors, they do the worst things.
Yeah.
They do the worst things. It's a sheker. They walk around, you can't see but really it's a sheker. The whole thing's a sheker. It says that Yishmael is leitinov. That's his whole Inyan. Now, V'al-yedei shegeir shoy me'al panav. But now what did Avram Avinu do? He sent Yishmael away. He sent him a hifrid as a sigma midas a chesed yava. He showed Yitzchak Avinu, look, Yitzchak, see, I'm taking Yishmael, that he has all these bad tendencies. And I'm sending him away, because that's not the right way, Yitzchak. That's not the right way, Yitzchak. We don't live that way. So Yishmael, you can leave now.
Yeah, because he was, like in modern terms, he had a bad influence.
A bad influence, exactly. But he wanted Yitzchak to specifically see that this is not the way you live.
Right. So
and therefore he sent him away. Send him away with all that impurity.
Yeah, but he had to have him do the impurities so Yaakov would know what not to do.
Okay.
But he had some impurity to begin with. Avraham didn't give him the only impurities he had. He had some impurities to begin with.
He had some. Abraham Avinu had some.
No, I mean tomorrow.
We don't know. Let's think.
Because if Yishmael had no impurities, how could Avraham Avinu give him the impurities?
No. He came in the world via that. That's how he came here. He was born that way.
He
was born with
impurities.
Yes. Yes.
And Avraham just gave him some more.
No. That's what he didn't give him more. That's what brought him to the world with these impurities.
Okay.
It was his son. So he gave him those.
This is why the Ishmaelim is so crazy. This is why they're crazy.
But
it's not really that. It's not necessarily their fault. They're just crazy.
But after he was born through impurities. But he himself was not impure, Yishmael. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, he was born with the impurities that Avraham Avinu transferred to him. So let's stay with it. Let's stay with Kedei Sheyasharu. No, why? Kedei Sheyasharu Achesed V'Hava Shaloi Tahirim Belir Taruva Isigim. So therefore, the Chesed that remained with Avraham Avinu should be there without the impurities. It should be pure, unadulterated Chesed, true Chesed. V'Noisiv Lazeh Hayagam Inyan B'nei Keturah. And then we have this new aspect of this Bnei Keturah, L'zachik es midasai haikarish shahaya roish l'chol ha'maminim. V'hefetz emuna b'olam. See, Avraham Avinu's idea, his whole life was teaching and broadcasting emuna in the world. Now he wanted to be able to give over. He wanted to be able to give over to Yitzchak, so to say, give him over the reins. Because Avraham realized he's an older man and he's not going to be around much longer. He wanted to be able to give over the reins to Yitzchak purely, without any impurity. Shegam be'emuna yesh b'china sigim. When it comes to emuna, there's also impurities. K'may emunas tiflis v'kedayma. Emuna in believing in the wrong things. Some people are mammon in the wrong things. They believe in people. They believe in covet. They believe in stature. They believe in things that they shouldn't believe in. That's emunah tivah. They still believe in it, but it's an emunah that went wrong. Okay. We're not supposed to believe in those things. Vayetzarech lahafred es asiga me'emunah kidei lahanchil achrav liyitzchak koyach emunah ta'ira beli taru v'isiga. So Avraham Avinu said he understood, and he was so honest with himself. Look how honest Avinu was with himself. He realized, he understood his shortcomings. And he said, I have this problem within me, and I got to get rid of this. So Avraham Avinu devised a plan. I'm going to take this lady Keturah. I'm going to have more children. I'm going to deposit this impurity in these children.
Why?
To get rid of the impurity.
But he did it with Ishmael.
That was for the chesed. But when it came to the emuna, he had to do this, and it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. It's a good point that you brought up. I'm glad you did, because look at the way Yishmael never got involved in Avodah Zarah. Yishmael doesn't get involved in Avodah Zarah. He just gets involved in promiscuous things. That's Yishmael. He doesn't get. But now these children, they are involved in Avodah Zarah, and they're not doing necessarily promiscuous things. You see how it works out? I mean, if you don't understand the most beautiful,
lack of emunah, and Avodah Zarah is like lack of emunah.
Avodah Zarah is a lack of emunah, of course. No, but it's so unbelievable, because you could read the parsha, and not understand the secrets behind what's going on. And it doesn't make sense. You're thinking, what's this Avram Avinu? He's supposed to be such a great... Well, what's he doing with his lady Keturah? What, all these children? And what's he sending them away? What's going on? But we're learning now that Avram Avinu...
So many children, you only need one.
Well, maybe he had many different impurities and he wanted to make sure he got rid of them.
Okay. Well, then...
Okay, but listen. Look, let's stick with the Nesivos Shalom will answer a lot more questions. Okay, so let's have the opportunity to continue. Therefore, he took Keturah in order to have children, mimena, from her. The law says Bahem as kol hasigim shel amuna.
Where'd she come from? What was her
Well, some say that she was actually Hagar.
Yeah.
A different name, but some say she was actually Hagar. A mitzvah. Must have been a mitzvah.
Yeah, but he
Hagar was a mitzvah.
He never divorced her.
But she was a pelagish. There's no really any of divorcing.
Yeah.
He didn't really take her as a wife.
You're talking about Hagar or Keturah?
Well, some there's a school of thought that Hagar is Keturah. Keturah is Hagar.
When you say he never divorced her, does that mean he never divorced Hagar?
Hagar.
Never divorced Hagar.
Yeah. Okay. Kedei la'ilid badem mimena v'laseis b'hem es kol hasigim shel amunah, in order to place all the impurities in these children. K'may shenema b'hem shekol shemaiseyem al shem avaydasam l'avayd zara. Their names were given to them because of what they do with Avodah Zarah. Zimran. Why was his name called Zimran? The Torah says his son's name was Zimran because he was Mizameh Avodah Zarah. He sang the Avodah Zarah. Yakshin was because he was makish the drums. He played drums for the Avodah Zarah. This is what they were doing. You see how important is the name? Look at this. Look what we learned from here. We think a name is just a name. You give a name. You don't put much thought into it. But look at the name. He gave a name Zimran. And the siyata d'shmai that Avram Avinu had to name him Zimran. Why did he name him Zimran? Because he knew he wanted him to be mezamel avodah zarah, because he wanted to get rid of all of that from the amunah that went wrong in Avram Avinu. He wanted to deposit it in Zimran. But I'm going to tell you something very interesting in a few minutes. So I call Haya Kidei Sha'acharei Kain Yigarshem V'Hafred Asigim Me'amuna, and therefore in order to send them away, after he let them grow up, and then he sent them away to get rid of the sigim from the impurities of the Amunah, was Yanchil Yitzchak, and then he would be able to give over. Next page, please. Lezaroi Zera Avram Ayhavai Amunah Torah Misigim. He would be able to give over an Amunah that was believed Sigim, that was perfect, to give over to Yitzchak, to leave it over to him. Now it makes so much sense. Why it doesn't say Vayikach La'isha? Why he took her for a wife? Why didn't Torah say we asked before? For him. But why did he take for him a wife? Why doesn't?
It wasn't really for him.
It wasn't for him. Shalai, how you like him, Eilu B'Shvila? He didn't take it for him. Exactly what you said, Asher. It wasn't for him. He was just using her in order to get rid of the impurity, so that he can remain pure. Now we can understand the stira. We said there was a stira in the psukim. One time it said she was an isha, then it said she was a pelegesh. Really, he took her for a wife, achamatora, but the purpose, the goal, why did he take her? He took it to be a pelegesh. So what does pelegesh mean? Pelegesh naitrikin peleg isha. What does peleg mean? No, peleg means to separate the isha, separate. Hainu shemataro isa rak ba'avor peleg isha. He wanted to separate from this slave, to separate the kids and everyone that comes from her. He's going to separate from them. Kidei sheyiyu loy mimena banim sheyitlu es kol hasigim shel amunah. So therefore, those children that come from this lady Keturah, all those children will take from him all the sigim that he has in Emunah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the world in a way that in every good thing there's some dross, there's some impurities there. Look, if you take you could take a watermelon, right? Right, so watermelon's very delicious, right? Navatech is very delicious, right?
Yeah.
But you have an navatech, you have that big shell on the outside, right? And you have all those little pits on the inside.
Yeah.
But when you take out the pits and you take out the shell, it's delicious.
Right.
But it can grow. But the watermelon can't grow without the rind.
Right.
How would it grow if it just had the flesh? But there's no seeds and there was no rind, it wouldn't grow. It can't grow.
Right.
So the Rebbeinu Shalom makes everything in the world in a way that you have to purify it. Even a human being, we're born and we have to make a bris milah. We don't come perfect. Right? We have to do something. Hashem wants us to fix things. Hashem wants us to make tikkunim on things in this world. Liyais tahara, and Avravinu understood that the Emunah should be, that has to be tahira. V'asa shiyu by sigim, and he understood that it's also that there should be any impurities in his Emunah. He knew his Emunah has to be pure, and there can't be any impurities. Al kain hoya Avram tzarech livnei ketura kadeshi yavaru esiga Emunah. Therefore, he needed these bnei ketura in order for that he can deposit the impurity into them. And then he could remain pure and so on. Okay, so it makes a little more sense now. We understand why she wasn't really an isha loy leisha, and she was really a pileges, which is peleg isha, to separate from the things, the offspring from this woman. Okay.
What's the exact definition of the word pileges?
It means a concubine. Concubine. Yeah. No, but we're breaking it down. That means really a separation.
What do you mean?
It means a peleg means to separate. Like a pligi. When you're saying the Gemara, there's a pligi. What's a pligi? An argument. What's an argument? There's a separation of focus of the different the ideas. Right? All right, let's go back. Okay. In these midas achesed v'hava umidas emuna. When it comes to the different midas, we have the midah of chesed and ahava. We have also the midah of emuna. Shehei midas of Shalom Avinu. Those are the midas of Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu is the midah of chesed, right? Is the ova chesed, and Avraham Avinu is also the roish lamamina, right? But again, like we said, everything Hashem makes, within the purity, there's impurity. And you have to purify the purity to make it pure, right? Now, now, in the new concept now. There could be a midah that the sigim was taken out, but yet the midah was not perfected. Right? It could be that you took it out, but you didn't perfect it. Right? Let's use our example again with our melon, right?
Yeah.
So if you just take the melon, you cut the rind off it, now you have a big ball.
Right.
What are you going to do with it?
We have to cut it up.
But no, I'm saying here. So it's saying, so you could have a person that took away all of the sigim from his midah, but he didn't yet perfect it. He didn't perfect the midah yet. He took out the impurity, but he didn't work on refining it. He didn't work on refining it. Look, it's a life's lesson, and the thing to learn how to refine somebody.
Yeah.
Right? In other words, we can know the right thing, but it takes practice and years of experience to be more refined in order to act in the right way. That's what the Torah is all about.
Yeah.
That's why we learned all the time. It's not that the limud is the hikar; it's the ma'aser that's the hikar.
He took out the impurity, but what was lacking in him, he didn't. What do you mean he didn't refine?
No. We're saying something else. Now we're talking about you and I.
Okay.
Now we're talking about us. In other words, we can take out the impurities in our midos, but we have to still now work on purifying ourselves, purifying the midah, refining it. Let's use the word refining, okay? We have to work on refining it, okay? But there's a worse level where a person doesn't even take away the impurities. It's still there, let alone that he didn't start working on refining himself, but he has all the impurities still within inside of himself. Midas HaChesed yeshi piguma v'chesu shleimus. The midah of Chesed, it has a blemish to it, and it doesn't have shleimus. Al pi hayisoid, I'm avoid b'sefer Kodesh Divrei Moshe, la Rav Kodesh Rav Moshe Dilner me Talmud Habesht, right? A Kodesh, he was a Talmud of Rav Moshe was a Talmud of the Baal Shem Tov Kodesh, and he writes like this. Ish imay v'aviv tirayu ve'shapseisei tishmeru. It's in Parshas Kedoshim, right? Pasuk in Chumash. Ish imay v'aviv tirayu. A man, he should fear his mother and father. Ve'shapseisei tishmeru. They should watch the Shabbos. No, why does one have to do with the other? What does one have to do with the other, seemingly? And he explains, Shebechol mitzvah sheyehudi mekayim. Anytime a Jew is mekayim a mitzvah, anytime we do any mitzvah, right? If we do a chesed, if we're learning Torah, if we're doing we're putting on tefillin, we're putting talis, we're davening, any mitzvah that we do, right? When you're doing this ma'ase of the mitzvah, you're doing the mitzvah now. You're actually performing the mitzvah. Hagashmi. Mishum kach tzivoni Hashem Eloiki. I'm doing it, why? Because Hashem commanded me. My God, Hashem commanded me to do this mitzvah. See, what we do down in this world, this is the world of the Olam Asiyah. In the upper world, the mitzvah is connected on high. So we keep the mitzvah of Shabbos, right? So there's Shabbos in this world, but there's a Shabbos also up on high. So and that's the shayrish of the mitzvah. The shayrish of the mitzvah is really what's up on high. So when we keep the mitzvah and we do a mitzvah, why? Because I understand I'm doing this only because Hashem wants me to do it. Hashem wants me to do this mitzvah. That's why I'm doing the mitzvah. So then what I'm doing is I'm tapping into the shayrish of the mitzvah. I tap into the inner workings of the mitzvah. And I can draw upon myself the kedusha from the shayrish of the mitzvah that I'm performing, I'm doing at this moment. You understand what's going on here? In other words, look, two people are putting on a talis. One person is really thinking about it. Asher kedishonu b'mitzvaysa v'tzivanu, right? V'tzivanu, right? When he understands that Hashem commanded me. L'satei patzitzis. Hashem was the one that commanded me to put on these tzitzis. Hashem is the one. So then what I do is when I focus and I pay attention to the bracha, I connect to the higher shayrish of this mitzvah of the tzitzis that I'm working on now, that I'm putting on. And I can bring upon myself more kedusha from the shayrish of the mitzvah that I'm performing at this moment. When I focus, that Hashem commanded me to do this. I'm not giving the tzedakah now because I feel bad for this guy. See, a person can give. You stand in the street, and the guy it looks like a nebuchal, and he asks you for money. So you feel bad. I feel bad. He looked at it, so I give him $1. Or I can say like this: Hashem gave me a mitzvah of tzedakah, and I'm giving this person money not because I'm going to feel better about it. No, because Hashem gave me this mitzvah to do tzedakah, and that's why I'm doing it. Okay, if I feel good about it, that's fine. But the purpose is not that I should feel good. The purpose is that I do the mitzvah that Hashem commanded me. Then I tap into the shayrish of the mitzvah of tzedakah when I do that. You see what we're saying? Look, we're not learning here anything new. The Nesivos Shalom is not suggesting that anybody does anything different than you normally do. you make kiddush, you have your challah, you daven, all the things that you normally do anyway. All we're learning is how to take and benefit by what we're already doing and make it mean so much more and have so much more benefit to us via what we are doing. Not to do anything new. Right? Right? We all put on a talis, Baruch Hashem. Right? Tonight we're going to make kiddush. So when you make kiddush, you realize, wow, Hashem wants me to make kiddush, and that's why I'm making kiddush. It's a different kiddush. It's a different kiddush. Just thinking about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now, be'ein Yehudi mesugo me'atzmai lahamshach kedusha olav me'shayrish lamala. Me'shayrish lamala. Really, a Jew on his own volition, he can't connect to the higher world like with learning. But when I understand, and this is the secret, that I'm doing this mitzvah, why? Because Hashem commanded me to do it, and only because He commanded me to do it, that's why I am doing this at this time. And that's the secret, how we can be mamshe, we can draw upon ourselves the shayrish of the mitzvah that we're anyway performing. So not to do anything new, but the things that we do, let it have more meaning in our life. Let us have more kedusha infused in us via the mitzvahs that we're already doing. Now, and that's why all the brachas that we do, anytime we do a mitzvah, and let's emphasize when we make the bracha, Asher Kiddishon l'mitzvah v'tzivanu. Hashem commanded me. Kasher shebechol mitzvah yesh shayrish hakedusha. Because in every mitzvah that we do, in all of the 613 mitzvahs, there's a shayrish of the mitzvah. There's the actual mitzvah that we're doing, and there's also the shayrish of the mitzvah. And if a Jew fulfills the mitzvah, and he does the mitzvah because it's Hashem Eloiki, and he sanctifies himself greater via that mitzvah. Now let's go back to the pasuk. So this was the lesson to understand. He gave us this little tutorial here to understand the lesson of the pasuk Ish Imay v'Aviv Tirov Eshapsaisei Tishmayru. Let's understand now. Ish Imay Dahainu mitzvahs kibbut av v'aim shar shehi abba ilah v'ema ilah. So look, there's an abba in this world and an ima in this world, but there's also an abba ilah and an ima ilah. There's one up on high as well. Anything that we have in this world, we have also up on high at the same time. Any mitzvah you do, there's the mitzvah you're doing down here, and that mitzvah is also being attended to up on high at the same time.
You mean in heaven?
In heaven, yes, on high,
okay.
In heaven.
It's not that you're doing it for Hashem; it's that you're doing it in heaven.
You're doing the mitzvah for Hashem because Hashem commanded me to do the mitzvah. Then you tap into the shayrish of the mitzvah on high. And then you infuse upon yourself more kedusha.
So what does this mean about Ima on high?
Oh, that's what we're learning, because we said that we're darshaning out a pasuk. Ish imay v'aviv aviv imay tirov v'shapsaisei tishmayru. So what does it mean? Ish aviv av. That's the of Elyon. And that's the Ima Ilah. We're going to see in a minute. Just stay tuned for a second. Ima Ilah. Shehem Chachma Bina. Chachma is the side of Chesed, right? Which is the right side. The father is on the right side. The mother is from the left side, which is Bina. The father has Chachma. The mother has Bina.
Bina is understanding?
Discerning.
Discerning.
Discerning. So many times, they say it's a woman's intuition. What does that mean? It's true. It's true. Women perceive things differently than we can perceive things because a woman has Bina, where a man has Chachma. We don't have Bina. We have Chachma. They have Bina. So a woman perceives things in a different way than we can. All right? Now look. Shemehem nimshachim kol hamidas. From the Abba Ilah, which is Chachma and Bina, come all of the midas that follow from it, right? Because we know there's chachma and which is chesed, which is a netzach, right? Which is that side. Then there's gevura and haid, which is the left side. All the midas come from the right and the left. The chachma he roish l'chol midas mikav yamin. That chachma is the roish of the midas of the right side. Mikav yamin, from the right side. Ubina lamidas mikav small, and bina is from the left side. I wish we had a demonstration, an illustration to understand it. So we have chachma, and which is chesed, which is netzach, which is on the right side, mikav yamin, and then we have bina, which is the kav small, which is the left side. Now, v'agoyim. Now listen to this. Watch this. V'agoyim amakayim kibud of aim lemaisa. That is a guy that he respects his mother and his father, right? He's doing a good thing, right? He's respecting his parents. Av she'ein HaKadosh Baruch Hu mekapeach schar kol bria, even though HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't hold back schar from any bria. In other words, when the guy is fulfilling the mitzvah of kibbud avei, right? He's doing it the best way he can do it, right? So he gets schar for that. But he can't tap in to the shayrish of the mitzvah on high to sanctify himself via the mitzvah. Why? He's not commanded to honor his mother and father. That's not one of the Zayim mitzvahs b'nei Noach. It's a nice thing, right? It's a nice thing, but he's not commanded to do it. So even though he's doing it, Hashem's going to give him schar for it. But he can't do what we can do. We can tap into the shayrish of the mitzvah because Hashem commanded me to do it. So I can draw upon myself more kedusha, more tahara via myself doing this mitzvah because Hashem commanded me to do it. Because the guy doesn't have that commandment. He doesn't have the commandment. Omnam kashe Yehudi mekaya mitzvah kibbud avaim kashe tzivani Hashem eloki. But when a Jew does it, but he doesn't do it because he wants to be a nice guy and he wants to be called a nice guy. He's doing it because Hashem wants me to do this, and that's why I'm doing it. Hareyu mamshich bazeh shayrish hakedusha shel mitzvah. So then he can be mamshich. He can draw upon himself the shayrish of the mitzvah and the kedusha that comes with the shayrish of the mitzvah. Hamaychin iloyin shel chachma bina v'chol amidas and the meshachas mehem, and all of the midas that come from the av and the aim ilah, which all the midas that come down from those ones up on high, he connects into umeyaloi b'chol in yadav, and it illuminates all his things in life. In other words, so when you do a mitzvah, and you're more careful when you put on your talis and your tefillin. I'll just use that as an example, okay? So then when you sit down to say Tehillim, when you sit down to learn your Chumash, when you want to learn a Mishnah, you want to learn a Taisvis, a Gemara. So when you do that, it'll give you a new appreciation, a new illumination that you didn't necessarily have before. So if a person's having trouble understanding things and this and that, pay more attention to the mitzvahs that you're doing and do those mitzvahs for the reason that Hashem was the one that commanded me, and watch the benefits that you can have that'll come from just paying more attention to what you're already doing. How's that sound? That's amazing, right? This is the hachana to Shabbos. We have to prepare for Shabbos, right? Right? If you don't prepare your food there at Shabbos, you're not going to eat on Shabbos, right? Right? Yeah. So we have to prepare for Shabbos, right? This is the hachana. This is the preparation for Shabbos. Ki ein Yehudi mesugal lahamshich kedusha Shabbos haShabbos ela kasher yitar es hamaychin shaloi. See, a Jew has to work on purifying his mind, to take out all of those cuckoo thoughts that we have in our mind all week long. That we're worried about the news, and we're worried about this, and we're worried about this letter I got in the mail and that. All these things, I got to get rid of those things. Shabbos comes, I have to clear my mind. You know, like on the computer, sometimes you can hit delete. Right? You hit delete, right? It disappears, right? You ever wonder where it goes? I don't know. It's deleted, right? Right? You ever do that? Anyone here do that? You push delete?
Right.
And then where'd it go? I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. But that's how it is Shabbos. See, we have to clear our minds. We have to hit that delete button in our minds so that way our minds are pure to accept the Shabbos properly. Right? So if a person works, he works on his chachma and his bina. He works on all the midas. And he gets to understand that then he fixes his chachma and his bina, and through that all the midas transcend from all of those, from the higher ones. So Mameli he can fix up everything in his own life. And then he can merit to have the as Shabsai Tishmaru, he could watch the Shabbos and take care of the Shabbos properly. We know that by Goyim they also do Chesed, right? Right? That guy Bill Gates, he gives millions of dollars of tzedakah every year, right? Or so that he says, right? Right? He doesn't tell us that he's only doing that because if he doesn't do that, the IRS is going to take his money, right? So he might as well get credit for giving his charity, right? Right? The accountants tell people, you better give some more charity. Because if you don't give charity, you're going to give it away to the IRS. So you might as well get the benefit of giving the charity at least, right? So what does it say by them? Ach chesed l'umim chatas. But it says, chesed l'umim, the chesed that the goyim, the nations of the world does is a chatas, it's a sin. They're not doing it for the reason that they're doing it. They want covet, they want fame, they want this, they want that. They have always an ulterior motive. They're not doing it for the mitzvah of chesed. Because they're not doing it because Hashem didn't command them to give tzedakah, to be philanthropists. Hashem didn't command them. But Bill Gates and all these guys wants us to know that he gave that charity. That's the chatas. That's his chatas. That's his sin. That he does it in a way that everyone needs to know what they're doing. And then you can understand what it means, the pegam in the midah of chesed, what that means, the pegam in the midah of chesed. So this we understand when it comes to chesed and ahava. The hine ahava aruya, he kimay the kasav v'haftas Hashem lekecha b'chol avavcha b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol medecha. Really, we're supposed to serve Hashem like we say in Kriya Shema every day, right? What do we say? B'chol avavcha, with both chambers of the heart, the right and the left, the Yetzer Tov, the Yetzer Hara. U'b'chol nafshecha, that means I'm even willing to give up my nefesh for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? U'b'chol mi'adecha is all my funds, everything I have, I'm willing to give up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. U'b'chol mi'adecha. Now, shahava tiya etzel etzlei b'shleimus. Really, our ahava should be with a shleimus, with a completeness. B'li l'shayir klum le'inyonav. That it shouldn't have anything to do with what I want. It shouldn't have anything to do pertaining to what I would like to get from this. Sheyimsar es kol koyach havasei rak lahavas Hashem u'lahavas hatayr u'lahavas Yisrael. He gives over his whole love. What is his love about? His love is about Ahavas Hashem, Ahavas HaTorah, and loving other Jews. Not Chas V'Shalom talking bad about other Jews. Like we had that crazy, that Maisa last week. You have these rabbis that claim that they're rabbis. They're Rishoyim Gemurim, that said bad things about these poor people that died al Kiddush Hashem. Anyone that said anything bad about those people, they're Rishoyim Gemurim. Mamish, how dare they say something bad against something? Because their ahava to Yisrael is not proper. They don't understand. Who are they that they think that they're such great people that they could talk down on those people? They're mamish rishayim. They're from the Sitra Achar, from the other side. But if he's not meiser his whole ahava, Litzad Ahavas Hashem, because he loves Hashem, he takes all his ahava to love the Rabbeinu Shalom. Shekavanas belibai oid Ahavas. He has other love. He loves other things also in the world. Harei avasei piguma v'chesra shleimus. So then his ahava is chayser. It's missing shleimus. K'may kein yisoid emunah tzarich shetiyah shleima b'li shum pigam. So we understand that emunah also can't have any pigam in it. Kama tzadikim dafilu pigam mashu be'emunah. Chas v'shalom harei zeh b'bechinas nikav Krum shel moyach the treifa fil b'mashu. You know, if an animal has a little hole in the brain, right? Even a little tiny hole, the animal's called a treifa. So what's the point? It can't emuna tzricha lias emuna shleima. Like we're learning before, we're learning that emuna has to be shalem. She Yehudi mechuyev lahamin b'chol yud gimel ikarim emuna. We have to believe in the yud gimel ikarim emuna that the holy Rambam gave us, right? The Rambam taught us the yud gimel midas ikarim. V'chol ikar b'fnei atzmai tzarich sheyeh k'may she'omrim ani mamim be'emuna shleima. Here we go again. So the same way when we're doing a mitzvah, here we go. We're going to finish with this. The same way when we're doing a mitzvah, we have to say Asher Kiddishanu b'mitzvahs v'tzivanu, and I tap into it. So too, when it comes to emuna, it's ani mamim be'emuna shleima. I'm doing this because I believe in be'emuna shleima. V'im yesh chas v'shalom pigam kolshu be'emuna. If a person has a pegam in his emuna, he doesn't study emuna, he doesn't work on his emuna, he has even a little blemish, a hair's breadth blemish in his emuna, hareze pegam legamri, he's totally blemished. The whole thing of emuna is that we have to be b'shleimus. So now we understand the importance. Let's just review for a moment. Now we understand the importance with Avraham Avinu, why he had to take this lady Keturah, and why it was not. It wasn't that it was Asher that he took the Isha loy liish. He didn't take her for himself a wife. He took the Isha in order to get rid of the impurities of the emuna. He took Yishmael to get rid of the impurities of Chesed. So therefore, Yitzchak Avinu can accept a pure chesed. We can have a pure chesed, and we can have pure emuna, and with that we should have a lechtig Yitzis Shabbos Kodesh.